You might think they're your friend, but what if they secretly hate you? Some people hide their true feelings so well that you don't even notice until it's too late. How can you tell if someone secretly despises you while smiling to your face? There are 8 subtle but clear signs that someone is hiding their hatred for you. Most people miss them, but once you see them, you'll never unsee them. Understanding these signs isn't just about spotting fake friends. It's about protecting your peace and making sure you surround yourself with the right people. Before we get into it, if you're serious about mastering self-control and the wisdom of Stoicism, make sure to subscribe. Let's get started. Number 1. Backhanded compliments, the hidden insult disguised as praise. Have you ever received a compliment that didn't feel quite right? Something like, "Wow, you're actually pretty smart for someone who never went to college." Or, "You look great today. I almost didn't recognize you." These are called backhanded compliment statements that seem positive on the surface, but carry a hidden insult underneath. They're often used by people who secretly dislike you but don't want to show it openly. Instead, they wrap their negativity in a layer of false praise, making it harder for you to call them out. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." That means when you recognize someone using backhanded compliments, don't let it shake you. Their words reveal more about their insecurity than about your worth. A truly confident person doesn't need to disguise their feelings with passive-aggressive remarks. So, how do you respond? The best way is to stay calm and either ignore the hidden insult or call it out with a simple, confident reply like, "That's an interesting way to compliment someone." This forces them to either clarify or backtrack, making it clear that you're not easily manipulated. In the end, pay attention to these subtle digs. They might be a sign that someone doesn't truly respect you, and that's a relationship worth reconsidering. Number 2. Frequent but subtle criticism, the slow poison of hidden contempt. Not all criticism is obvious. Some people disguise their negativity with subtle, constant remarks that chip away at your confidence over time. They don't attack directly, but they make small, seemingly harmless comments like, "Are you sure you want to wear that?" Or, "That's a good idea," for someone with your experience. At first, these remarks might seem insignificant, but over time, they create doubt. They make you question yourself, and that's exactly the point. This kind of criticism isn't meant to help you improve. It's designed to keep you second-guessing your every move. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." The process is mutual, for men learn as they teach. True friends and mentors offer constructive feedback to help you grow. But someone who constantly finds fault in everything you do without offering real solutions probably doesn't want to see you succeed. So, how do you handle it? First, recognize the pattern. If someone's feedback is always negative, yet never truly helpful, their intentions may not be genuine. Second, don't let their words define you. Accept criticism from those who have earned your respect, not from those who hide their resentment behind polite words. In the end, subtle criticism is a test. Will you let it break you, or will you use it as fuel to prove them wrong? Number 3. Lack of genuine support, when silence speaks louder than words. True support isn't just about words, it's about actions. And sometimes, the clearest sign that someone secretly resents you isn't in what they say, but in what they don't do. Have you ever noticed that certain people go quiet when you achieve something? Maybe you share good news, and instead of celebrating with you, they give a half-hearted, "That's nice," or quickly change the subject. Or perhaps they only show up when you're struggling, never when you're winning. This isn't just indifference, it's a quiet form of hostility. Epictetus once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." But someone who lacks genuine support for you does the opposite. They may not openly sabotage you, but they refuse to lift you up. Their silence, their lack of enthusiasm, their absence when it matters most, these are all signs of hidden resentment. So how do you deal with it? Simple. Pay attention to who claps when you win. True friends don't just tolerate your success, they celebrate it. If someone is always there when you fail, but never when you thrive, it's time to reconsider their place in your life. In the end, indifference is just another form of rejection, and life is too short to waste energy on people who secretly hope you stay exactly where you are. Number 4. Passive-aggressive behavior, the art of hidden hostility. Some people don't confront you directly, but that doesn't mean they're not attacking you. Instead of open conflict, they use sarcasm, procrastination, or subtle digs to undermine you. Maybe they forget to do something important for you. Maybe they make a joke at your expense, then say, "Relax, I was just kidding." Or maybe they give you the silent treatment, making you wonder what you did wrong. This is passive-aggressive behavior hostility disguised as politeness. And it's one of the most frustrating forms of manipulation because it makes you question yourself. Are they actually being rude, or are you overthinking? That's exactly how they maintain control. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If you allow passive-aggressive people to invade your mind, they will make you doubt yourself, drain your energy, and steal your peace. So how do you handle it? First, recognize it for what it is, hidden resentment. Second, don't play their game. Instead of getting defensive, call out their behavior with calm confidence. Say something like, "You seem upset. Is there something you'd like to say directly?" This forces them to either be honest or back down. At the end of the day, true strength isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about refusing to engage in games that only serve to bring you down. Number 5. Exclusion from group activities, the quiet form of rejection. Sometimes, hostility isn't expressed through words. It's shown through exclusion. Have you ever noticed a group of friends making plans without you? Or found out about an event only after seeing the pictures online? Maybe you weren't outright uninvited, but you also weren't included. That silence speaks volumes. This kind of behavior isn't always an accident. People who secretly dislike you won't always confront you directly. Instead, they'll slowly push you out, pretending it was never intentional, and over time, you start to wonder, was it something you did? Are you just imagining things? Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." But in this case, the suffering is real. Being excluded, especially by people you once trusted, is painful. However, it's also revealing. True friends don't accidentally leave you out. They make sure you know you belong. So what should you do? Stop chasing people who make you feel like an outsider. If someone truly values you, they'll make an effort. If they don't, forcing your way in will only lower your self-respect. At the end of the day, exclusion isn't just a sign of hidden resentment. It's a reminder that you deserve to be surrounded by people who actually appreciate you. And when you find them, you won't have to beg for a seat at the table. Number 6. Forced or fake smiles, when kindness is just a mask. A smile is supposed to be a sign of warmth, but sometimes it hides something much colder. Have you ever talked to someone whose smile didn't quite reach their eyes? or noticed that their expressions seem polite, but their energy feels off. That's because not all smiles are genuine. Some are just masks for hidden resentment. People who secretly dislike you often try to maintain an illusion of friendliness. They don't want to reveal their true feelings, so they force a smile, nod along, and pretend to be engaged. But if you pay close attention, their body language tells a different story: tight lips, quick glances away, a lack of real enthusiasm in their voice. These are signs that their kindness is nothing more than an act. Epictetus once said, "First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak." In the same way, a person's true emotions are not in their words, but in their actions. A fake smile might fool the surface, but it can't hide what's underneath. So how should you handle it? Trust your instincts. If someone's energy feels off, don't ignore it. You don't need to confront them directly, but you also don't need to waste time trying to win their approval. A genuine connection can never be forced, and no amount of fake smiles can create real respect. In the end, it's better to be around people who show their true selves' flaws, and all than to be surrounded by those who smile at you while secretly hoping you fail. Number 7. Downplaying your achievements when success makes others uncomfortable. Nothing reveals hidden resentment quite like success. When you accomplish something meaningful, whether it's a new job, a personal milestone, or even a small victory, pay close attention to how people react. Some will celebrate with you. Others, they'll downplay it. They might say things like, "Oh, that's not a big deal. Anyone could do that." Or, "Well, let's see how long it lasts." Instead of recognizing your hard work, they try to make it seem smaller, less important, or just a matter of luck. Why? Because your success reminds them of their own insecurities. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." In other words, don't waste energy seeking validation from people who refuse to give it. A secure person doesn't feel threatened by someone else's achievements. They feel inspired. But a jealous person, they'll try to minimize your wins so they don't have to face their own shortcomings. So how should you respond? Don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You don't need their approval. Let your success speak for itself, and surround yourself with people who celebrate your victories, not those who try to diminish them. In the end, a person who constantly downplays your achievements isn't just revealing their resentment. They're showing you exactly why they'll never achieve what you have. Number 8. Spreading rumors or gossip, the weapon of the insecure. When someone secretly dislikes you, they rarely confront you directly. Instead, they choose a more cowardly approach. They talk behind your back. They spread rumors, twist your words, and plant seeds of doubt in others. Why? Because they lack the courage to face you, so they attack you where you can't defend yourself. Socrates once said, "Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people." Gossip is a sign of weakness. It's the tool of those who feel powerless, who can't compete with you directly, so they try to tear you down from the shadows. But here's the truth. Rumors only have power if you react to them. When people see that their gossip doesn't shake you, they lose their control. Instead of chasing after lies or trying to prove yourself, let your character speak louder than their words. Over time, people will see the difference between who you are and the false image they try to create. So how do you deal with gossip? Stay focused on what matters. Don't lower yourself to their level. If someone spreads lies about you, let them waste their energy, because while they're busy talking about you, you're busy building something real. In the end, those who gossip about you are simply admitting one thing: you are important enough to be talked about. And that's their problem, not yours. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Not everyone who stays silent is neutral. And not everyone who offers advice truly wants to see you succeed. Hidden resentment can take many forms: passive-aggressive behavior, subtle criticism, fake support, exclusion, or even outright gossip. But in the end, all of it comes down to one thing. Some people simply can't stand to see you rise. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." And part of that learning is recognizing who belongs in your life and who doesn't. You don't have to fight every battle or prove yourself to those who secretly hope you fail. Instead, observe. Pay attention to actions, not words. True friends will uplift you. The wrong ones will undermine you, whether openly or in the shadows. So what should you do? Stop chasing validation. Stop trying to win over people who don't truly support you. Instead, focus on your growth. Keep moving forward, because the best response to hidden resentment isn't confrontation, it's success. In the end, the strongest person isn't the one who argues with every critic. It's the one who knows their worth and refuses to let negativity slow them down.